What is happening? Welcome to another pitch video breakdown. My name is Nick Pollack, founder of PitcherList.com, former pitching coach as well. And we're going to talk about Alek Manoah because we have a lovely commenter, Ronald Dubs Season, requesting Alek Manoah. And I thought this was a really good game to showcase. So thanks so much for leaving the comment. And if you want to let me know who you want to watch next week, yeah, leave a comment. Please do that. And of course, subscribe, hit the bell, all the fun stuff. It helps me out a ton liking the video. Seriously, if you like these videos, why aren't you liking them? Actually, like giving the thumbs up. It does so much for me. So thank you all so much for being here. But yeah, we're going to talk about Alek Manoah. I really wanted to do this because we have such a fantastic at-bat at the end of this. As Alek Manoah has been cruising. Alek Manoah has really 3 pitches. I want to say 2.5 is what I like to say. When you have 2 fastballs that you actually spread out. So you have a 4-seamer that stays up. You have a sinker that goes arm side. And you have this ridiculous slider as well. But what's really important about Manoah is that he throws these sinkers early in counts that really fall off this way. And then you have 4-seamers that stay up, right? And then you have an amazing slider that then goes all the way over here. And that's kind of what you're dealing with when you're facing Manoah. You don't really know where every pitch is going to go. Especially with this, cannot be, cannot be overstated. That's the phrase I want to say. Because you don't know as a hitter if this is going to stay up and be that major whiff pitch that it is. It's near 15 to 20% swing strike rate pitch. It's insane. Or he might be ending at bats early with that sinker boring in on the hands. So keep that in mind as you watch Manoah here. And here he is facing the number 9 batter in the 6th inning. And there is that sinker. And oh, that's fortunate. That's fortunate. That is that sinker coming inside. Trevino did the right thing, not getting too aggressive. If he swung at this is likely a foul ball or maybe even an out. It could have been ball 1. But unfortunately for him, got the called strike. Do you throw it again? You do. And that's... See, that's the thing. Trevino does the right thing on the first pitch, but now that is 0-1 and he's ahead with it. I mean, fortunately, due to the umpire, he has to swing at this one, which you might think is the 4-seamer staying up. And this is actually this is inside corner right now. This is going here before it just dives off. Oh, that's the other one. Sorry. Same idea though. This one is now coming up and in, and then it just keeps going. Oh my God, and it severs that bat. I mean, that's beautiful. And it's things like that. Those quick outs allow Alek Manoah to get deeper into the game. And against right-handers, he's just always going to go early with sinkers, and once he gets to 2 strikes, stays up with a 4-seamer or goes slider down and away. And it's really hard to combat that. So here we go against Hicks, and that's the changeup. We don't really see many changeups these days from Alek Manoah. What he's trying to do, he's trying to get that to land about here or so. He floats that up. You can actually even see his reaction after the pitch. Watch his reaction to this. He's upset. He looks to the left. I know that feeling. You're like, you do that. Yeah. I'm gonna get those out of the way. So you throw for some free real estate now? Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful. What you can't see in this. Think of it, if you watch the Ohtani video, which you absolutely should, which is the entirety of his amazing start against the Astros, you'll see exactly this. This is a different angle than against Houston. Against Houston, you could see the whole horizontal break of Shohei Ohtani's slider. This one was off center from on the left side. So, you don't see all the horizontal break on this, but this pitch starts away over here and it comes all the way back and grabs it. That's some beautiful free real estate. That's free real estate. That's that kind of real estate. That's primo $20 million property free real estate. Oh, cool. I have no idea what that is. I have no idea what that was. I'm going to guess that's a fastball up and away. I didn't have any vertical or horizontal break on it. That's all I got. So let's say you throw that up fastball. Now you want the high fastball. You want to do a slider down here, or you want to go fastball up and in. So he's trying to do another fastball. And Aaron Hicks is really good at this. He did it earlier in the game as well. Or maybe actually did it later in the game. I can't remember which one it was. But this is not where you want to put your heater. You want to put your heater up and in over here. Because with 2 strikes, especially when you're thinking about a slider where you might be slower on the bat, right? This gives more opportunity for Hicks to be late and then push the ball away. He's not trying to do a lot with this. This is not a big swing from Aaron Hicks. This is him just throwing the bat out. Just throwing the bat out at the ball. You can kind of see how short it is. Like he's slowing it over here. He's not doing this big hack. He just pushes it. He just goes with it and pushes it. And because Manoah is putting it upstairs like this is a pretty flat swing. He doesn't need to do a whole lot to get to this. This is actually pretty good, keeping the elbow up here. Very nice. But it'll be a lot harder if it's down here, or a lot harder in here. Like, look at the plane of the bat here. They would be jammed city here. But that's a mistake for Manoah. You don't want to see that one. You can see the glove was actually over here. He doesn't want it over here. That's a mistake. Good job, Aaron Hicks. Now, this at bat is something else. So you get the first pitch sinker down. You get that call. And normally you would go back in again. You do. Fouls off. Now it's 0-2. And you got to go with this. You got to go with a slider, right? No, and he goes with a fastball up and in. This is awesome because Judge must be used to sliders down and away. I mean, that's just like the game plan. You see a big hitter, Aaron Judge. All you see are just sliders, 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 slider, slider, right? Coming away here. And for Manoah to lean into that and go, no, I'm going to go the opposite place with a four seam and say straight up and in right on the edge. I mean, that was an excellent pitch from Manoah, and props to Judge for fouling it off. Now you go slider. Oh my gosh. So how does Judge miss this pitch, right? Because he's thinking this is going to be a slider that falls off the plate. I mean, that's just where he is right now, especially after seeing 3 fastballs in a row. I was. And again, you think, oh, this should be gone. This should be destroyed. But really, props to Judge for still fouling it off and staying alive. Now, if you're Manoah, you probably had him if you executed this one because he's really selling out for that slider, especially if you can see that he's fouling off 97. So finally, that slider's got to arrive. And it does. And that's a pretty good one. This is a strike for a very long time. But because Judge is really thinking, like, okay, it's got to be a slider by now. It misses. So, honestly, I throw it again if I'm Manoah and hoping I get a swing. And that's what he gets. And that's a really good one. This is a really, really good one. I honestly don't know how Judge said no. I mean, this is oh, man. And something that I think we don't really talk about enough, I'm going to say this really quickly, is hitters when they're in the box are trying to understand what pitch is being thrown and then get a reference point for what it's going to do. They can't always tell, oh, it's a slider, so it's going to move and be over here. With a guy like Alek Manoah's slider, his is so filthy. Look at this movement. And Judge has to be so disciplined to know that it has enough horizontal movement that when it is a slider, Alek Manoah's slider is going to move this amount. And there are a lot of times that you see hitters come up into the leagues and they're not doing their homework. And that's not necessarily watching video or understanding this and that. It's actually being in the box and having at-bats that you're actually studying the pitcher. Judge has faced Manoah before. This is the second year of Manoah in the AL East. And Judge is learning how Manoah's slider moves. This is such a good showcase of how Judge has learned from Manoah, and it's what led to the home run later in this at-bat. And Aaron Hicks is upset. And I got to say, Aaron Hicks actually was really smart because he knew. He was predicting 1-2. This is going to be either a fastball that's fouled off or put in play, or be a slider. And if it's a slider out of the zone, then he can get second base because it's an off-speed pitch. But this is just such a good pop and throw, man. That's such a wonderful execution by Kirk. So, and this is the annoying part too, is that now he's thrown out. Oh, and there's another slider. That's 3 straight. 3 straight. And look, these are competitive sliders. You say, oh, this is far out of the zone. Judge has spit on 3 straight sliders. And I talk about it all the time. Gambit, gambit, gambit. Throw that slider again and again and again. And by the 3rd time, you will get the swing. But Judge is saying no. So what do you have to do? You have to throw your fastball. And what I would do if I were Manoah, I would probably try and jam him inside on it. You have 2 outs, okay? It's important to have this mentality as a pitcher. It's 2 outs, it's full count against Aaron Judge. I'd say the most dangerous hitter inside of this lineup. Sure, you don't want to walk the guy, but you don't want to throw a mistake in the situation where it's a tie game. So if I am in Manoah here, I'm throwing a sinker, not a 4-seamer, a sinker coming in and hoping that either he grounds it out or he swings through it, or just I want to get an out with this and then lean on the fact that he's probably going for a fastball after 3 straight sliders. Or you can go after another slider and throw it for a strike. Or you can throw a 4-seamer up here. But you want to throw your pitch here. That's what you're looking for. Oh, no. Yeah, that's not what you want. That is, oh, man. And look, sometimes as a pitcher, you got to tip your cap to the hitter. He earned this. You know, Judge sat in the box, fouled off a really good 0-2 heater, fouled off a not a good 0-2 heater, but because he was playing for the slider, you know, stayed alive and was able to, you know, gambit for the slider and was able to still be alive when it wasn't that. Spat on 3 really good sliders out of the zone and kept forcing Manoah to execute. This is a 3-2 pitch. He doesn't want this here. This is down in the barrel. Like, Judge is thinking heater after 3 straight sliders. Oh, and there he goes. See ya. And that's just going to happen. You know? I mean, that's why it's Aaron Judge. But that's, yeah, David Cohn said on the broadcast, that's the price of admission right there. That's such a fun at-bat. And look, there you go. Manoah's got a changeup right now. Man, if you threw a changeup in that account, he doesn't really do that against righties. That would have worked. A changeup in that account, that kind of actually would have been a really cool thing to throw 3-2 there, considering that you're okay walking Judge with the bases empty and 2 outs. You're not okay with, you don't want it, but you're okay with it. Oh yeah, and there of course is a great moment. If you haven't seen this, go check it out. Jays fan caught the home run and gave it to not only a Yankee fan but a young fan wearing a Judge jersey. I just think that's so wonderful. So props to Canada. You guys rock. Anyways, you throw a changeup like that. You throw a fastball away. You can do whatever you want here. You can throw a slider down. You can throw a fastball up and in. Those are the 2 things I would consider. Changeup, yeah. It's not your best pitch. Fastball up, okay. Throw that slider down and in, Manoah. Oh, a changeup that's hung and thrown straight at, hit straight at Aguero Jr. on the line. I don't know if I like that. And we see this a lot where guys go extreme against lefties. They throw changeups. Against righties, they throw breaking balls. I think Manoah's slider is just that good. I mean, we've seen backdoor in the side of this inning of trying to get free real estate early in the count. I mean, that was like $20 million free real estate. But I kind of want it here. I want to see that slider down here. That's what makes Garrett Cole the greatest when he's amazing. Jacob deGrom, essentially the best starters you see are able to do that with consistency. Justin Verlander. I want to see that from Manoah because it's such a good one. But yeah, you got a little bit lucky with this. But that's not why we're here today. We're here because of that Judge at bat. And boy, that was a good one. But hopefully that gave you a good understanding of Alek Manoah, what he does, how he succeeds. I mean, his 4-seamer, we didn't even get a whiff in this inning, but he got a lot of whiffs. It's just such a fun approach. And I'm excited for more from Alek Manoah this year. But all right, that's going to do it for today's edition of this pitch breakdown. Of course, I'm live every morning, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. on Twitch, twitch.tv/pitcherlist. I hope to see you there. And make sure to leave a comment for who you want me to watch next. But that's going to do it for today. So my name is Nick Pollack, and may your BABIPs be low and your strikeouts high.